So the other big one, which I've been waiting for a long time, and everyone's been waiting for, the new wildlife lens.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The 180 to 600. 6.3, well, 5.6 to 6.3. For once, Nikon have lots of options of wildlife lenses now.
Yeah.
Big flask.
Oh, can't see it. Must be
Camouflage,
camouflage.
I know, it's invisible. On my Z6 and Z7, I pretty much stopped using it because I wanted to get birds in flight and I can't do it with them.
No.
Maybe that's my skill,
No.
maybe it's the... This feels like a new lens now. The autofocus is really 10 times better.
Really?
For birds in flight,
Okay.
for the blackbird, I just quickly did that and the blackbird went in between the forage.
Yeah.
And it tracked it.
Yeah.
I can barely see it with my eyes and it tracked it perfectly in between branches.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a computer then.
Yep.
So you don't need any skill now to be a photographer with this.
You just hold it. Don't even need to press it,
There
mate.
you go.
Yeah, so it's 100mm longer, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I'm never close
20%
enough to the option.
Extra.
The focus throw is a lot shorter, so on this you have to, I'll just do it now. You have to spin it around like...
It's not focus then.
the focal length.
Yep.
It's a lot shorter on the new lens, which
Yeah.
is great. It's a bit lighter. A lot of reviewers haven't included the weight of the FTZ you have to use.
Oh, right.
So it's about 450 gram lighter kit.
Including when you take into account the FTZ.
That's significant.
It's a lot.
Again, and the focus will be probably a bit faster because it's native Z. £1,800 brand new. Now that's not a bad price at all.
No.
It's not an S lens. But controversially, I was thinking this because I was comparing it to all the other lenses around. And it's very similar stats to the Nikon and the Sigma and Tamron lenses. Now,
Conspiracy theory.
conspiracy theory is, have Nikon reconditioned one of their lenses?
Reconditioned.
I can get it reconditioned.
Got this old one that was used and they like...
Well, no, they're like, because like they do with the 2.8 Trinity.
Yeah.
Have they done the same?
Yeah. Rebadged to Sigma.
Why not?
Why?
Because I was looking at the weight of it. I was comparing it to the Sigma 150 to 600, f5 to 6.3, the F mount. Same weight.
That's 150 though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nikon 180,
But it's kind of what they do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's the same weight, same F. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I crazy with this?
I think you are, yeah.
I don't care if it is or not. I mean, the results are still the same. But I just something I was wondering, because yeah. So this is the comparison. You can still buy this new for £1,400.
Right.
The new lens is £1,800.
Right. So it's not massively different.
No. I mean,
so why would you ever? Okay, I'll answer my own question. Why would you ever buy one of those? Because you've still got an F-mount camera.
Yeah.
DSLR. So.
But this is cheaper. You can buy this used for about £800.
Right. Okay.
So that's £1,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
And the danger is when new gear comes out, this doesn't make this suddenly rubbish and
No.
obsolete. I mean, with an expert, or even I can get good results with this. So should I just carry on with this until
you get an open box, 180 to 600, then you'd be all over it then, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, for you, you don't have a wildlife lens like this.
No.
Would you be tempted to get one for like this for 800 quid with
No.
camouflage gear and padded, mint new?
I'm not into wildlife enough like you are.
Yeah.
If I was, then yeah, you need either that or the new one, don't you?
But which one would you go for? If you were suddenly think, yeah, I want to get some wildlife.
I'd want to try and go for the new one because we've had this, I haven't got any F-mount lenses.
No, it's true. So you're not tempted by, I mean, this is a great example. This is mint condition because it's been protected by the gear.
You're trying to sell this to me
It's
now.
camouflage.
Is this a sales pitch?
Well, you know, it's
So you can get
mint
one of the new
condition.
ones. I can't
Gorgeous.
say that because you got that funny camouflage
Well,
stuff.
that's probably, you know it's mint.
It's probably covered in scratches underneath. That's why you've got it on.
Maybe.
No, I'm not. No, if I was going to go for it, I want to go for the latest Z mount.
Right. But the other lenses around it, I made a list of a dozen lenses that you can have the choice of.
Oh, okay.
You have this one, obviously, but the rest of them don't really, because you have to spend £1,000 more to get like the 500 PF, which is an F mount.
Yeah.
Then you got the 100 to 400, the Z mount. But that's only 100 to 400, so you know it's £1,000 more.
When I was in Germany, there was a camera shop right next to the pitch, and in the window there was a 100 to 400.
Yeah.
It had no price on it. I thought, I'm not going to go in that shop and even ask them the price. I'm going to carry on walking.
Yeah. Well, that's starting to get a bad rep now because a lot of people are saying that, well, the 180 to 600 covers the range. It's just as better good.
Yeah.
Then you've got the 400 4.5 S lens. Again, people have showed you can crop in just as far to the equivalent rates and it's just as good, if not better. But they're like £1,000 more. So that this 180 to 600 really has massive appeal. Even if you have those prime lenses, of the versatility of a zoom for wildlife.
But having mentioned the 100 to 400, I bet that's an S lens, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is that like comparing the 24 to 120S with the 24 to 200 non-S?
Maybe.
If you're saying that the 180 to 600 is better than the 100 to 400, but one's S and the other isn't.
That's why the 100 to 400 is getting a bit of controversy now, because the quality maybe isn't as good
Has
as
has anybody compared them though?
Yeah, Ricky.
Right.
As compared, and he says himself, actually the 180 to 600 is actually a bit better.
Really?
After in the same focal length.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. What,
yeah,
with an
which
S lens?
is So that's why I'm like thinking, well, you're spending £1,000 more to get. I suppose if you don't need that
Ricky's
extra.
being controversial there then. I must admit, I had a 300mm f-mount f4, which was a great lens, but the fact that it was fixed at that sort of length,
It's just not for wildlife.
it just wasn't flexible enough.
Wildlife is wild, so you don't know if it's going to come too far.
You heard it here first, folks.
Wildlife is wild.
Yes, it is.
But you don't know where it's
And
going
it's
to go.
life.
And it's life. So you don't know where it's going to come too
No,
far.
no.
So having a zoom, especially a shorter throw,
Yeah, you
would
need
be-
that you need the flexibility. You've sold it to yourself.
I've sold it to myself, but then I've just bought the Z8, so I'm not willing to spend, and I wouldn't get much for this. I think I'm going to get £500 or £600
Would
for
you?
this.
How much was it?
I got it before the inflation rise, so I got it for 1,200.
Was that like open box refurbished or?
I think that was brand new.
nearly-
Actually.
oh, was it? Okay,
Yeah, at the
that's good
time.
then. So,
Before the price increase, yeah.
yeah. But
So
you've used it a lot.
I've used it a lot. I'm happy with it, but again, the new one is 100mm longer.
Yeah.
My best moment with this lens was when I found some wild foxes, but the 500 wasn't enough. I was cropping in 100% or
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
I couldn't get closer. So having that extra 100, and of course it didn't track it when it was running. So yeah, maybe in the future. For the moment,
You'd need to borrow one, really, wouldn't you?
no, I just know. It's like the Z8. You know the Z8's better than the Z6 and Z7, don't you? It's
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but that's a
so yeah.
well trusted, well used, well respected.
Well, that's what I was
F-mount
saying.
lens,
Just because the
isn't
new
it?
lens is out doesn't mean this is
No,
rubbish.
and it's
all of a
not an
sudden.
S lens, whatever
No.
S mean.
Exhaust this a bit and then see where my finances are again. Because Nikon are doing so well. They're releasing all the stuff I want and I'm spending all my
They
money.
love you. You are their perfect customer, aren't you?
Just keeping upgrading
Stick
all
this
the
up on the
time.
website. Russell will be in there like a rash. Be all over it.
I know, dangerous. So yeah, lots going on. We've got reviews coming up everywhere.
Now let me see this.
Yeah, you don't want to let it go now, do you?